Hey folks, Ty Cohen here, and I am back. It feels good to be back in the saddle. I've been away for about a month, just traveling all over the place. We've hit a few different countries. We went over to France for a while, and then to Italy, and before that, we spent about almost 2 weeks down at Disney World in Florida, and then we just got back from a week-long vacation in the Dominican Republic, literally last night, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. So it feels good to be home after doing so much traveling, and it feels good to be able to present and share, right, what you'll be seeing within the next couple of minutes, because it's one of the things that has allowed me to really build up some really strong businesses and brands, and to be able to reach laser targeted audiences, um, that are interested in the products and the services that we make available to them. All right. So before we get started, because I'm pretty excited about this one. Before we get started, I want to make sure that everyone can see the screen that's in front of them. So if you can see your screen, if you can hear me, give me a big yes. Hey Brent, I see you on there. Welcome aboard. Brent says yep. All right. We've got a couple of people here saying yes. All right. Awesome. Okay. Who else is this? Mandy says yes. Can see the welcome screen and I can hear you. Max says yes. All right. Good. Mandy, Mac, Brent, everyone else that's out there. Here's the thing: any type of business that you're running, whether it's a software business, a physical business, an e-commerce business, a digital business, some type of a membership program, a coaching program, they all have one thing in common that they need, right? And that one thing is, it's just like all of us humans on this earth. We all have one thing that we need in common, and that is air and blood and everything else that helps us to sustain life. So for businesses, it's no different. That one thing is you need new customers, new clients, new leads. You need traffic, right? So traffic that turns into all of those things. And what these two gentlemen are going to share with you today is an easy way to not only get traffic, but sometimes you hear about programs where they're traffic generation programs, but it'll get you junk traffic, right? So it's traffic that doesn't do anything for you. Now, what they'll be sharing with you is totally different because it's laser targeted traffic. So, regardless of what you're selling, whether it's Amazon products, Kindle books, physical products, digital products, as I mentioned before, coaching, uh, they'll be able to show you using this program how to get laser targeted traffic directly to your website, your blogs, anywhere you want them to go. All right. So with that said, I want to introduce my good friends Roosevelt and Brad. Are you guys there?
Yes, Todd, I'm right here. Brad, are you there?
Yeah, just unmuting myself. I'm here. Yep.
I don't know, Todd. After that introduction, I don't know if I should go on or not, but
You know what,
um,
these guys, I've known Brad for many, many years. I can't even remember where we met, Brad. I mean, it seems like we've known each other maybe
Probably
for at least a decade. Would you
probably
say?
at one of Mike Phil-Sames events, I should think.
Maybe at one of Mike Phil Sames events. And then I had the
Yeah.
pleasure of meeting Roosevelt maybe about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, maybe. And we instantly hit it off. And I'm kind of a reserved person. I like to fill people out. And I like to think of myself as a good judge of character. And when we met at the event, we actually met at an event here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I instantly felt a positive, good vibe from Roosevelt. And I said, we have to do something. And this is it. So I'm pleased to be able to share what they have with you folks. I'm going to mute myself out and I'm going to give it all to them.
I
Roosevelt,
can
Brad, the
I
floor is yours.
before you
Oh,
hand
go ahead.
over, I want to add, Ty, that we've been going on the Marketers Cruise as well every year. I mean, I've been like for the last 8 years. So yeah, we've been hanging out, there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been traveling the world, mostly the Caribbean, right? So we've been to
Yeah.
probably about a dozen different islands together
Yeah.
over the last forever. I know I've been going for 8 years. I don't know how long you've been going.
Eight
So that's a
years.
good
I've been
point.
going 8 years as well.
Eight
Yeah.
years as well. All right. So there you
Yeah.
go. All right. Mandy says both Roosevelt and Brad are great guys. So there you go. If Mandy says it, I'm I'm sold.
Thanks, Mandy.
All right. There you go, folks. The show is yours, Brad Roosevelt.
I thank you for that warm introduction, Ty. And people, what you just heard, that they've been doing this marketer cruise for over a decade. now. So they must be doing something right with their business. And just like what we're going to present to you tonight, Todd, he looked at this and he saw that this was something powerful that he wanted us to share with his group, with his audience. And we are so pleased and honored to be here tonight. But listen, we have a lot of material to cover. So, I mean, let's get this, like I like to say, let's get this party started. Okay. And so we can move ahead. So I just heard a little distraction there that took my attention away. So listen, let's get started, okay? Let me just get my mouse right. Okay, the exact method that savvy marketers are using to drive laser targeted traffic virtually on autopilot, just like Todd explained to you. What if we could show you our, excuse me one second. I need to see what this is. Right side to it. Oh, okay, so that's not doing me. I'm sorry, guys. There was some going back and forth, and it was taking my attention. And I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that I needed to know. So let me just get back to my starting point here. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that I needed to know. In fact, let me do this. Let me just close this altogether. Okay, I apologize for that. So listen. What if I could show you our secret tool that can make things happen for you when all others are failing? What if this secret tool could save you time while at the same time it's branding your business? Would that be something that you'll be interested in? If you think that's something you're interested in, you know, like we're going to be a little active here. So if you feel that's something to be interested in, please put a Y or the yes in the chat window. Now, it is extremely important that you put away all distractions. That means shutting up your Facebook, your Twitter, closing your web browsers, and muting your cell phone. Over the next hour or so, we will need your undivided attention if you're going to get the most out of this training we're about to share with you tonight. Let's talk about our secret tool that we created for our business that now we want to share with you that can help take your business to the next level. But first, sorry guys, I have to ask you a few questions here. Are you looking to start a business? Do you have a business? Do you have a brick and mortar or online business? Or maybe you're an author or you're a writer. I mean, you know, tied with the Kindle and all that. Or are you branding yourself or your business? Or do you need traffic? Now, everybody should be answering yes, because everybody needs traffic. So if you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're in the right place. If not, then this webinar is not for you, and I wish you the best of luck. However, if you answered yes, then you are in the right place, and the software we're about to share with you is called Ascent Social. Now, Ascent Social is a cloud-based online platform designed to help you increase your brand awareness and grow your business by distributing your content across multiple social media channels, engaging your audience and driving targeted traffic back to your money-making website, your blog, or your high-converting landing page. Now, let's look at this mission statement that we put together for a moment and analyze it. The platform, Ascent Social, was designed to get your brand awareness out there. And it's going to do that by distributing your content across social media channels. And what's going to happen? That's going to engage your audience and driving the targeted traffic back to your money-making website, your blog, or your landing page. So this is a real good, precise mission statement that really tells you the essence of Ascent Social, what it's all about. Now, before we get started, you have to ask yourself this question. Why use social media for your business? Well, for one extremely compelling reasons. That's where everybody's at. Come on, guys. I can almost guarantee you that the majority of people that's on this call right now was on some type of social media site today. All right. So that means that if you was there, that means your customers are there. All right. And if you're not playing in that arena, then basically you're leaving money on the table. But now let's look at it. Let's look at it another way. If we was to take away social media for your online or offline business, it would be like opening a business in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Now, good luck on anybody finding you, or good luck on making a sale, right? But let's look at it from a brick and mortar point of view. If you was looking to open a new brick and mortar business, would you look for an isolated dead end street that virtually has no traffic? Or would you be looking for a high traffic area? I think you'll probably be looking for a high traffic area. So now I think you're starting to see the big picture. So the obvious questions are which social media sites and how to use them. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But first, let me share this one important piece of information with you. That is, who are we and why should you listen to us? This is our leadership team. We have other brilliant colleagues who are key to our success. Brad Lindsay, Roosevelt Simmons, myself, Jalal Haider-Maki, and Mandy Kendall. Now, we have a combined 103 years experience in creating systems that work and getting target traffic back to your websites that want it. We have made multiple six-figure incomes online in after many years of frustration. We specialize in helping you gain your freedom by creating tools that grow your business. We totally understand what it's like to work long hours and get very little results. And most important, we found a way out of all of it that you too can apply and succeed. Now, why should you use the power of branding to get more traffic and grow your business? Branding is one of the most important aspects of any business. I don't care if big, small, humongous, or whatever. All right. Branding is important. Your brand is your promise to your customers. It tells them what they can expect from your products and your service. Your brand is derived from who you are, who you want to be, and who people perceive you to be. And that's very important. Now, everybody needs a great logo. But you know what? When you start out with a logo, it's not necessarily great. Now, if I would say Golden Arches, everybody said, oh, wow, McDonald's. But when McDonald's first started out, it wasn't that. It was just Golden Arches, right? So what they had to do is they had to put the advertisement. They had to put the behind their logo. And guys, you have to develop a brand message. Your brand message forms a communication channel between your business and your targeted audience. And don't forget to develop a tagline. Write something that's a memorable, meaningful, concise statement that captures the essence of your brand. All right, so hopefully that has been some extremely valuable, eye-opening information for you. And from this, you can see the importance of branding and the impact it can have on your business. How many of you think that this was some pretty good information? And hopefully that y'all going to use it in the future. If you think so, put yes in the chat window. Now, why should you use, oops, went too far, let me go back one. Now, why should you use the power of branding to get more traffic and grow your business? Hold on, here we go. Okay, so let's talk about, excuse me, I'm sorry. My slides is jumping around. That's why should you use the branding, and then we come, all right. Why should you use the power of blogging to build your brand and get more traffic to grow your business? Now let's talk about blogging. Many of our clients often ponder whether or not blogging is essential in today's business landscape. If I had to sum it up in one word, I would say yes. Content is still king in 2018, and you guys, it's always going to be king, all right? And blogging should be a top priority for any business. And if you look at these statistics, they're going to tell you the story behind it and why it should be. Now, 43% of the people admit to skimming blog posts. Well, the way to change that is to make your blog stand out. Use headers, videos, and other video tools that makes the most important piece of your article get noticed and remembered. This will retain the attention of your blog businesses longer. It also compels them to stick around long enough to make a comment and share. And you know what? Depending on what you have there, you might even make a sale. Now, the click-through rate has a 67% correlation with ranking. Now, in a nutshell, here's what that means. SEO matters, period. The truth is, if you want your blog to really drive traffic and produce results, it needs to rank higher than your competition. I say that again, it needs to rank higher than your competition. And having a good click-through rank, this will help outrank your competition. Now, pay very close attention to this one, okay? Websites with a blogs tends to get 434 more index pages. An important factor of SEO is having a lot of content for the search engines to crawl the index. Guys, all right, let me pause here for a moment. The internet, the www, right? It has these little gremlins running around, and they call search engines. And you know what? They get strong by eating fresh content, by devouring fresh content. This helps them. This helps the search engines more easily recognize your websites is a resource with tons of information for people to consume. And that's what you want. Now, we know it's not easy to be consistent in your blogging strategy, but if this alone doesn't inspire you, I'm not sure what will. Now, blog articles with images get 94% more views. Now, come on, that kind of makes sense, right? Because we just looked at 43% of people admit skimming blog posts. Well, the reason they're skimming them because there ain't no images there. I know, guys, I like to see images. Images help tell the story of what I'm reading. So it's important to add images to your blog post. Now, 45% of marketers say blogging is the #1 most important piece of content to their strategy. Between lead generation, brand awareness, SEO, and through leadership, there are very few areas of marketing that don't benefit from blogging. All right, so hopefully this has been some extremely valuable, eye-opening information for you. And from this, you'll see the importance of blogging and the dramatic impact it can have on your business. If you felt this was some good information, just put a yes or a Y in the chat window. Now, why should you use the power of social media to build your brand, get more traffic, grow your business? Now we're talking about social media, right? Now, these are some of the most important social media sites that constantly gives us, now I want to repeat that, gives us great results. And we'll do the same for you. And that's Facebook. Now you look here, you said Facebook, 1.8 billion active monthly users, what, 101 billion monthly users. Twitter, 310 million active monthly users. Pinterest, 150. Now, LinkedIn, 45% of the people on LinkedIn that are adults have an income of over $75,000. Say that again, have an income over $75,000. Instagram, 75% of the users take action with 4.2 billion likes a day. Tumblr, 110 registered users. Now, people, just like you, all right, everybody has their favorite social site. Some people prefer Facebook, some people prefer Twitter, some people prefer Pinterest. But if you stick in just to one, like, you know, here's some people, well, you know what, all I do is Facebook. Well, you know what, your friend next door, they on Twitter. So if you have something that you want to sell to them or something you want to tell them, they will never get your message because you're not playing in the arenas that they're playing in. All right. And then you also got to look at the chemistries of social media. All these different social media sites, all right, have different attributes. For instance, when you look at Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and I will include Tumblr, those are all time-based. That means that if I make a post right now, I can come back 5 minutes later, especially with Facebook and Twitter. Especially with Facebook and Twitter. I could come back and, you know what, it's so far down that I'll never see it. I wouldn't even know somebody made a post or something that I was interested in. And when we look at Pinterest, Pinterest is time-based. Well, no, Pinterest is dealing with boards. All right. So let's say I'm into golf. All right. I can put some information on my golf boards that I did last year that's still relevant today because it's not time-based. And if I want to focus back in on LinkedIn, listen, I'm in business to make money. If I know that almost 45% of the people that's on LinkedIn have an income of over 75,000, why would I play why wouldn't I want to play in that arena? So what I'm trying to show you here is that, you know, some people say, well, you know what, I use pay-per-click, I use AdWords or whatever. Those things are good. But social media has a bigger footprint and it lives longer. Okay, so all right, so hopefully that has been some extremely valuable, eye-opening information. And from this, you can see the importance of using social media and impact it can have on your business. If you think some pretty good stuff, put a Y in the chat window. And I also want to tell you something else. We're talking about our secret tool. Our secret tool was built on these secret ingredients that we just shared with you. So when you think about this for a moment, how can you harness the power of social media? Well, we talked about that, right? Blogging and brand my business all at the same time. Now, I just showed you the importance of all these different things. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to utilize all these things at the same time? Well, you could do that with Ascent Social. With Ascent Social, you can harness the power of social media, blogging, and brand my business all at the same time. Now, guys, what we're going to do here is moving forward. We're getting ready to get into the actual walkthrough of Ascent Social. This webinar that we're having with you tonight, it's not about a bunch of slides. All right, we want to actually show you how Ascent Social works, and the only way to do that is to do a live webinar. But keep in mind, we're dealing with the internet, and sometimes the internet can be finicky, but let's hope that we don't have any of those hiccups tonight. So listen, we're going to be looking at roughly 4 areas here. One is going to be the general setting. We're going to focus on auto posting. And then next, we're going to go into our pubs to social media. That's another module that makes up Ascent Social. And then we have an import module. And then we have a couple of other things. And then we're going to end with our special offer. So now you know what's going to happen going forward. And I hope that y'all will stay with us to the end, because I have some great information to share with you. And I think that you're going to love Ascent Social itself. So let me go over here, and like I said, we're going to start with the auto post. And the auto post, with the auto post, all the auto post is that it allows you to post from your website. Now with Ascent Social, you can integrate multiple websites, 5, 10, 15, 20 into your Ascent Social dashboard. So what it's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to post all of your social media sites based on your default settings within Ascent Social. Now we're going to go into that. So what are we saying? We're saying that once you set up your default settings inside Ascent Social, you're going to be able to post out to all these different social sites, but you're going to be able to control the data. Now, this is not a plugin, so let's not get this twisted, okay? This is being controlled from the Ascent Social dashboard, but you're going to be able to control the length of your post going out to social media, because you know what? You don't want your whole post to go out to social media. The whole purpose is to drive traffic back to your website, right? So what you want to do is you want to give them a snippet of information. So what we're going to do now is, this is the Ascent Social dashboard. So let me see if I can bring up the correct Ascent Social. I said Firefox. See if I can bring up the correct dashboard right now. Okay, so now we're inside of Ascent Social. God, wow, that was kind of quick and easy, wasn't it? Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go into the general settings, which is here. Now inside the general settings, you're gonna see where we at right now. Ascent Social. First, let me just say this. I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say this now. Ascent Social. Let me go back for a second. When you first log into your account, this is what you're going to see: a first-time person that comes in, and you can turn that off. I just didn't turn it off because I wanted you to be able to see that. So when we look at this dashboard here, you notice that what you see here, you see the same thing going down the left-hand toolbar. So that means that you can access the same information from here. You can do it here. If you want to, you can take this and say, you know what, I just want to deal with the area here. So I just want to show you that first before we actually got into the dashboard. So now the next thing, when you log into the general settings, you notice there's a toolbar up here. Now this is not a training, so I'm not going to be teaching you. I'm just going to do a quick overview, do a couple of things, and get out of here. All right. So like I said, if you really want to know all the things that you could do, then basically you can find out that on if you decide to jump aboard here. But real quick, we have these numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the steps you must do. So we believe that you shouldn't have to think about how to do this. And let me say another thing too, guys, before I actually get deep into this walkthrough. Ascent Social is not a tool that was developed overnight. Ascent Social is a tool that had over 3 years of development, and it has a lot more years of development ongoing. But this is a very complex system, and we tried to keep the user in mind when we put this design together. Okay, so right now we're in the license section. So license section, if you see over here, this is how many WordPress, these are my WordPress sites that I have configured with Ascent Social right now. Now, I can also, once I configure those websites, I also can come over here and let's say I pick this one, Roosevelt Simmons, and I can set the time zone that I want that website to post in. So take this for instance. So if I had a website that's in the UK, well, you know what? 3 o'clock, I don't want to post East Coast time. I want to post UK time. So I would set up that particular time zone. Number 3 is your actual dashboard time zone. You can see right here, I have US Eastern, okay, because I'm on the East Coast. So this is the setup on my dashboard. Next thing we're going to go into is I'm going to skip this particular number 2 because this is all your configure settings and things like that. They have a branding mechanism and they also have a URL shortener inside the social app settings. But the thing that we really need to concentrate on tonight is this auto post setting, which is here. So this is where I was talking about earlier. You set up the default settings for Ascent Social, so when you post it from your WordPress site, it knows what to do. Well, this is where all that magic happens at right here. So for example, if I came down here and I clicked on Roosevelt Simmons, all right, and then I clicked that I want to post. Well, it tells me that, hey, I can post all these different Facebook tables or groups or whatever that I have it situated here. You just highlight based on your Facebook account. Then if I was to click on Twitter, I would come down to the same thing. And another thing too that what you can do too is this is from your WordPress site. All right, you might have an article that might be 3,000 characters in length or whatever. Well, like I said earlier, you can control the length of that article that's going to be posted out. And let's say that article that you're posting out does not have a featured image, but you want every time you post something from your website, you want it to be associated with an image. Well, then you can set up a default image here. So how does that work? If I don't have a featured image inside of my WordPress site and I want to post out to social media, using Ascent Social, if I set the default image out, then it's always going to use that image when it's posting out. That's all that is. And these are pretty much the same except for Pinterest. Remember, I was telling you, Pinterest is a little bit different because Pinterest deals with boards. So these are all the different Pinterest boards that I have set up. And right now I have this one set up for Roosevelt Simmons. So anytime I'm posting from the website Roosevelt Simmons, it's going to post to Roosevelt Simmons. And that's it. And that's pretty much it is in a nutshell. And of course we have Twitter, it's the same thing here. So that pretty much covers the setup for Ascent Social using setting up the default settings for the auto post. So what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna make this a little smaller and I'm gonna pull this out. Let's see if I can do that. Did it? Okay, so we're gonna move this over here because what we're gonna do now, guys, is we're gonna go to the actual WordPress site. Like I said, we're doing, this is a live training. All right, so this is the actual site that we're looking at the moment. So I can post anything from the site by just going into the back office of this particular site. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me just open this up and so y'all can really see this a lot better. So let me go here and let me just go to my dashboard. I gotta go the long way around. Give it a little second. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna post this out to social media. This post right here. Why not? We'll take the first one. Once it pops up, like I said, you know what? Sometimes the internet is a little faster on some days, and some days it's a little slower. So those are the things that we have to live with. So now I'm gonna click on post, all posts. Okay, so we gotta wait on that Mr. Internet again. So now this is that first post that we were looking at. I'm gonna click edit. And if you look down at the bottom here, you will see that this doesn't have a featured image. So you know what that means? That means that when we post out to social media, that it's going to use the featured image that's set within inside of Ascent Social as the default. Now, the beauty of this too is that you're able to post out to social media any of your posts that you have at any time. And you can do that by just enabling this button here. Now, if I enable this button and I highlight for Facebook, and if I'm able to highlight it, that means that I configured the default settings. Another thing too, if I decided to, let's say this was a brand new post, right? And I scheduled this to go out at a later date and I engage this. So that means that what's going to happen is that when that date and time come around, all right, and based on the time zone of that particular blog, well, it's going to post out to your social media sites. But what we're doing right now, we have this set up. We're going to do an immediate post. So I'm going to click on this right now and click on update. And remember, Warren Buffett life advice will change your future, must watch. So let's click on that. And now while we're talking about this, what's going to happen is those posts are going to go out to social media. So once again, we have to rely on the internet. Sometimes it's a little sluggish, sometimes it's a little fast. But guys, I'm hoping that you see the value of this. I mean, because I can sit here and once this post go out, and I don't know why it's taking, normally doesn't take this long, but I can sit here and I can send these posts out over and over and over and over again. There's no constraint to, I can send it out every minute. So I don't know what happened here. Once again, we're dealing with the internet. Let's see if it went out anyway. Let's see if it went out anyway. So let's do a refresh here. Here we go. All right, so this is the one with Warren Buffett. So it did go up. We had that error. So this is the one with Warren, but this is the one you was just looking at. Okay. Listen, you know what? Some of y'all might. I don't know if y'all believe me or not. You should believe me. But yeah, this is the one with Warren Buffett. Okay. So if I click, what I just did. I clicked on this, and I'm just waiting for it to come up. So that link brought me right back here. This link that we was just looking at, I guess that was in Twitter, brought me right back. So let's go to this one. This is look like LinkedIn. And you can see I was doing some tests earlier. And 34 seconds, here we go again. And guys, I want you to focus on something too. With Ascent Social, all right, we could charge you money to be able to post with your own branding. But Ascent Social is about your branding. If you notice, this doesn't say Ascent Social, it says Roosevelt Simmons. That's the name of my company, Simmons Diversified Management Group, all right, LLC. You don't see anything here, and this is the website that it came from, RooseveltSimmons.com. You don't see anything that says Ascent Social here, all right? And you won't see anything that says Social here because, we're not about uplifting ourselves. We're about helping you with your business. That's our goal here, is to help you with your business. Let me just jump over here to Twitter. I'm gonna do a quick refresh there too. So this one is configured to the wrong website, but let's go here. And here we go, Warren Buffett. And of course, if we click on the link, what it's gonna do, it's gonna bring you back to where we started at. Okay, so now what I want to do is, like I said, everything that you see here, there is no branding at all with us. No branding. It's everything is you. You say to Roosevelt Simmons, all your branding is from you, not us. We're not branding Ascent Social. We're branding you. Remember our mission statement? Branding. Well, you know what? If you're talking about Ascent Social, you're not talking about you. And that's not what we want to do. We want to talk about you. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me see if I can come over here. And that was the dealing with the auto post. Let me see if I can bring back up here the back into the webinar here. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so let's go over what we covered here. We went through the dashboard. You saw that you can have multiple licenses, all right? There's just different configurations that you can have within inside Ascent Social. We covered, like I said, the license, how to set up different time zones for your various WordPress sites that you might have configured to Ascent Social, how to set up default settings per website for Ascent Social. And remember, we did that from the dashboard. Then we covered how to make a post from your WordPress site to social media. So those are things that we just covered in the first module that you found, which was the general setting, and we just covered the auto post. So I hope that you found that there's some value in what we just showed you. But the thing that I really want you to walk away with from what we just went over, the two things, is that, you know what, the beauty of this vision is, let's say that you have some really good posts that you made talking about a particular subject, whatever, and you want to put that out there again. All you have to do is go to your WordPress dashboard, find that post, click on and enable Ascent Social, hit highlight the various icons for the different social sites that you want to send stuff out to, and hit the button, bang, and it goes out again. So, you know, just because something was done a long time ago doesn't mean that it's still not relevant today. You know, you might have something that you was doing an affiliate product earlier on, all right, and now you want to send out another post for that particular affiliate product. So the auto post will let you do all of that as long as you have that information found on your blog. So the next thing we're going to go into is called the Publish to Social Media. And guys, that's all it is. Publish to social media. That's all this module does. All right. It allows you to create a post for social media using one of three methods. And that is, you can do a direct post, that means real time. You can import something from one of your WordPress sites. Think about that. Instead of having to reinvent the wheel and think of something to send out, I can have 5, 6 WordPress sites configured to Ascent Social, and I could pull data from any of those sites anytime. Next thing is that we have this thing that you're really going to love. It's called the Auto Creator. We know everybody has writer blocks. Everybody sometimes just can't think of things to put together to send out. But our Auto Creator has over 140 categories to choose from. And guys, none of this stuff is what you call PLR, okay? And we'll show you that once we get inside. Now, like I said, all the stuff, the direct post, you import something from WordPress, or you import it from Article Creator. All that stuff can be sent out to social media. But we have this thing called the content override. And I'm not going to get a lot into this content override because, you know what, I want you to see once we get inside what this content override is really all about. Okay. So from the content override, you can, I'm just going to say this, you can do some manipulation before you send it out to Ascent Social. And at the end of the day, you always want to have the ability to schedule stuff. And with the Publish to Social Media, it gives you the ability to repeat stuff. And I'll show you what I mean. We'll call it repeat schedule. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So we're getting ready to get back into another walkthrough. But this time we're going to walk through the social media, Post to Social Media. So let me pull that up. I'm hoping y'all find the value of what we're showing you here tonight. So that should be inside here. Let me click back here. And let me just do a quick eyeball. I think that we okay. Okay, so now this is once again, this is the dashboard for Ascent Social, and we always start at the dashboard. And I can come over here, for instance, if I want to go to Publish to Social Media, I can click that right there. All right, and it'll bring me right into the place that if I clicked right here, okay? So now, as you see, once again, we use the same scheme. We're not trying to confuse you. We're trying to make life easy for you. Listen, Ascent Social is all about saving your time. And I'm getting ready to show you something dealing with this the override content in a few minutes that's really gonna blow you away. But what I'm gonna do real fast is I'm gonna do a real quick post out to social media. All right, and then we're gonna come back and we do a couple other things. But I'm gonna do that using the WordPress. I just want to see you how that really works. So we have 3 sections over here. I'm gonna talk about in a second. But the main thing, you have 3 options that you could choose from, and I said I want to choose this one first. So from this pull down, it says select the website. So I'm gonna be pulling information from this particular website, Internet Marketing Training University.com. Now I also can pick up a category, and from there I can pick up the actual post that I want to post out. So if I click on that, watch what happens. All the information is full. The only thing that's not full, and that's an option, is the post caption. So if I want to, I can come over here and just grab this. I can grab some data and I can put it here. Okay, and that will give you the caption for any of the social sites. All the social sites don't use the caption. It's just a few. But the thing is that not all the information is pulled in. So at this point, all I have to do is do a little choosing here and really tell it where do I want it to post at. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it I want to post here. I'm just gonna have it post a couple of places just to be safe. So our app test page, and Niche Maestro, and Ascent Social. So at this point in override content, now what's going to happen here is that if I wanted to, and I'm stepping back, maybe I shouldn't do this, but if I wanted to, I can manipulate any of these areas based on the social sites that we select here. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to show you how that's actually going to work in a minute. The only thing that I would have to come in here is I have to come here for Pinterest, and I have to choose a board for Pinterest. So I'm going to choose, let's say Ascent Social. Okay, let me make a note, Ascent Social. So that's what I'm sending that out to. And this is where you can do your scheduling at. And let me just click on here, and I want to go out to Pinterest too. So right now we're gonna do immediate, and I'm gonna come back and I'll explain to you how this stuff really works here. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send this post out. So let's just do that. So because I'm talking to you, it takes time to explain to you. But this thing, if I wanted to send something out from WordPress, all right, I want to send out to social media. Okay, well, what I probably would do, I would probably use the auto post. But the whole purpose of when you do it from here, you want to manipulate that post using the override content. And I'm going to show you that in a few minutes what I mean by that. But I just want to just let you see how fast it is to get a post out. So let's come over here to this one is Facebook. Let's do a refresh here. I have so many different websites. I hope I have it linked to the correct website. Let's come back here. And let's do this one. Okay, so this one came through. Let's go to LinkedIn. Okay, so that one came through. Let's go through Pinterest. And guys, as you can see here, and I can click on this and it'll take you to the exact website. And like I said, when it comes to the blogging, the posting, here you go also. And if you click on any of these, it'll take you to the site. So I think I don't have to do that. Let me come back to Facebook. What I was saying is that when I set this up, I was dealing with multiple websites. So I might, let me just do this. And let's go here. Okay, so as you can see, I remember that I posted this to our test page, and there it is. Okay, nicely. Look at. No, listen, right here. That's only because I'm using our Ascent Social account. That's the only reason why it says Ascent Social. If you said it was published by Beta Tester AX, okay. But besides that, the only reason why you're seeing Ascent Social here for the branding is because this is our Ascent Social account that we send information out to. So I just showed you basically how we was able to take that post from WordPress, right, and send it out to social media, all the various social sites. So let's come back here. Now let's look at another one. Let's look at this article creator. Now this is another one that I like, okay? And when we're dealing with the article creator, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of manipulation. I hope y'all enjoying what you're seeing here. And listen, don't hesitate to put your questions in here. I'm pretty sure somebody, Brad, my partner, he'll try to answer your questions. If not, we'll hit those questions near the end of the presentation. Like I said, we have a lot of material here. So let me get back to what we were just talking. So here, like I said, we have here. You'll get 200. You'll be able to do 200 posts. All right, or put so you'll be able to pull 200 articles from the article creator. Once you decide what you want, like right here, I'm gonna say lead generation for this one, right? And once I tell it, that I want to pull this particular article out, and I click the article creator, then you notice the number count changed. Okay. But now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna and I'm going to come over here, and I'm gonna add some what we call a caption here. I can add any URL that I want to. So if this was an affiliate product, all right, and right now I'm saying this is just going to Google to make it simple. And then I can come here and I can also upload an image. Now I'm gonna use this image only for the reason because I want to show you, because I'm gonna change everything that's going out to social media going forth. So I'm just gonna pick this image right here. Now, remember I was telling you about the beauty of the override content? The override content is really designed to be able to take one article, okay, and you be able to manipulate it to wherever you want it to be going across your various social sites. And for right here, if you notice that if I come down here, I can say this is for Facebook. So we have Facebook highlighted. All right, I'm gonna send this to my test page since I already had it, but you know what? I don't want that image. So I'm gonna change the image. Let's say I'm gonna leave everything else the same, but I'm just gonna change the image. So let's say I'm gonna use this image here. So when we come over to Twitter, let's say I wanna do the same thing. I don't want that image. I changed my mind. And let's say I want this image to go out with that particular post. So now, guys, I could change the text here. I could change the heading title. I could change anything I want on this page. That's the beauty of the override content. It allows me. And another thing too, if you notice here, it says default length. Now this stuff is going out to social media, so I still can set my default lengths that I want. And I can come in here and I can make any changes to the article. So let's go over to LinkedIn. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to come up here. And I'm going to say success for this one. And we're going to hit on Mr. Pinterest. And I'm going to tell it that I want to go to, I'm going to say social media board. And I don't want that image. I want a different image. I like that. Okay, so now we have one left, right? Should I leave Twitter the same? Nah, I'm not going to leave Twitter the same. I'm going to change that image too. So let's come over here and change that image. Now, I want you to, if you notice that what I just did, right? I just, like I said, guys, this is not a training, but you know what? And that's why I'm not going into the details of every little thing that I'm doing. But however, I want you to see that we took this initial post, all right? And then we went to the override content and we said that we want to change an image that's associated with all the other posts that's going out. So now look at this. So if somebody is on my, think about it. If somebody is on your Facebook page, right, and they read that same post, and they go to Twitter and it's a different image, they might not even realize they're reading the same post. So that's the beauty of the override content, that it gives you that flexibility to be able to manipulate the content before it goes out to social media. And what does that do? That's going to save you time. Just think about if you had to do this manually. And we're just talking right now, this is just sending stuff out to social media. Now you notice that we use the article creator for this also, to do all this. All right. So the article that's going out, it's not even something that we created. Now, I also want to show you something else. Now, we do have this thing that we call the repeat schedule. Now, I'm not going to be doing any scheduling today because, of course, you know what, we don't have the time. But I'm going to show you how the repeat schedule works. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to bring up a little GUI. All right. And I can say I want this from this date to go out to the 9th. And I want to go out every day at this time. Okay. No, let me just do this. Yeah, I'm just going to, at that time. So now what's happening is it's telling me that that post is going to go out repeatedly, the same post over and over again now, not a different post. And all the changes I made to all those different social sites like Pinterest, LinkedIn, and all that, change all the images, all that stuff is going to be saved and it's going to repeat every day, all right, at 2:50 p.m. But of course, we don't want to do that because this is just a demonstration. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to immediate because I want this to, and you know, we also could have did this for a single post too. So I could have said that, you know what, I want this to go out the 1st, and I want to go at 1900 hours, and now you can see June 1st, it's gonna go out at 7 p.m. That's the time I picked. But we're not gonna do any of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do an immediate post. and we're going to send that baby out right now, right? Because we really don't have the time to wait for it to go out all those days that I had initially set it up for. So if the internet is working with us like always, you'll be able to see 5 different images from 5 different social sites. And you also saw that I scheduled out on 1 day apart, but we didn't go through with that. I just want to show you. Okay, so it looked like everything went okay. So let's go back over here and let's click on this one. And there we go, guys. Look, the biggest compilation of, oh, by the way, guys, our database is full of tips. Let me just close this. It's full of all the articles you're going to see here is going to be tips. That's that's why the article creator is actually a tip database. So let's go here to Twitter. That's what we had here. And you see, here we go. Everything is working like it's supposed to. LinkedIn. And guys, there's a lot of things that you can do with this, and I'm just really showing you the bare minimum at the time. I'm not sure. I think I set this one out to go for. Yes, I did. I set to go out for the Ascent Social Board. Okay, and if you notice that, guys, for those that's not familiar with Pinterest, this is a Pinterest board. All right, and look, I'm getting 2K per monthly views from what I'm doing. That's 2,000 people. And you know what? Listen, I'd rather use social media on a day-to-day basis any day than pay-per-click. And don't get me wrong, pay-per-click, it has its place and it has its value. So I'm not taking anything away from that. So don't get it twisted, like Holly would say. And once again, so you know what? Just like always, I just have to prove to y'all that this stuff actually works. So, and we had this one set up to go to Google. Okay. Remember the link I set it up? I said Google. And that's why it took us to Google. So the redirect you can use to send you anywhere you want to. Now, I want to show you one other little tidbit here. And we're still over here. So let's go back to here. I have to pull this information out. Let me see if I can get to it relatively easy. And I want to show you something else. Is this the one? Yes, here we go. So now, guys, what we're going to do is I put this little thing together. The next post we're going to do is going to be from YouTube. So I'm going to show you how I can say, you know what? And this would actually be under the direct post. All right. So I'm going to come here and I'm not going to associate this with any branding, with any site. When you remove the branding, you no longer do captions. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to upload a video. And I'm going to pull this video from YouTube. Let me just pop that video right in there. There we go. Say done. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to say, you know what? I want this to link back to Ascent Social. That's what I want the redirect to be. So I pop that in there. And I'm going to give it a title. Here's a nice little title. And then lastly, we need a description, right? That's going to bring this all together. Let me throw that description over here. So, you know what? How long did it take me to throw that together once you have all the information? So we're not going to do anything with the override content. Only thing I need to do is to come over here and I'm going to choose a board again. And also I want it to be the Ascent Social board. So I'm going to keep that. So those are the only two things I really need to set up here. It's going to be a media schedule and I want to go out to all the social sites. So now we're going to click publish. Now, the reason I'm taking the time to show you the actual posting in this because I want you to really understand the value that you're really seeing here. And with this software, I mean, the simplicity of the software makes it seem like, oh, well, but the reality of what it's doing is it's going to really have an impact on your business. So let's go over here and let's go back and start all over again. Okay, so now this is the one we just did from Twitter. Now, the thing is this is the link. This is the link that's going to take us back to my website. All right. And this link right here, if I click on this, it's going to do what? It's going to take you to YouTube where the video is actually playing. Okay. Now we go over to Twitter. Let's do a refresh. And there it is for Twitter, LinkedIn. And there you go. And it works. You see it. Okay. The next one I was gonna do a direct post using an affiliate product, but I really don't have to do that because I just showed you doing a direct post right now using Tumblr. So the only thing is that if we was to come back here, and let me just refresh this. I just showed you. So that's all the stuff that went out using what I just showed you. Let me refresh this. Hold on. Okay, so watch the video and censor Tumblr. Okay, so I'll probably have to click that and that take me to the video, but you see it did post. Okay, so now just we're getting ready to finish up with the posts to social media. We're gonna have one more module and then we're gonna be actually closing. So the next thing, like I said, I just showed you using the direct post, but direct post we did a video. Now another thing too that's really nice here is that we also have what we call our calendar. Now the calendar here is that I can click on anything and it'll tell me the information associated with that particular post. We even have icons here that tell you different things. Like you got a W for WordPress. You probably can't see them, so I'm not even going to really go into them. But the thing here is, you see this, if I click on it, it tells me right here that this was a WordPress site, Ascent Social. That was the name of the post. That was the campaign name that was given. And it's telling me that this was a campaign ranging from May 20th, every 2 days to May the 31st. All right. And it's going out to all these different social sites. And another thing too, you can delete an individual or you can delete the whole campaign. Another nice thing too with our calendar is that you can break it down to a week, even a day. All right. So this will be everything that's happening on the 31st, all these different things. If I click here, once again, it brings it down and tells you. So guys, I mean, that's really neat, isn't it? And there's other filtering you could do too. Now you could, right now we only looking at one particular website, but you could filter all the way down by individual websites too. So like I said, if I said the university, or if I said I want to go here, so basically I don't have anything on the university, I have everything associated with Ascent Social. So guys, that is the post to social media. Like I said, I know that we're covering a lot of information here tonight, but I really want you to really see what we're doing here. So we're going to jump back over and we're going to just recap what we just went over. So we went over the dashboard. We did a quick post using the input from WordPress. We covered branding again. I covered branding with the auto post, right? Because remember, everything is about branding. We showed you our article creator and how it has over 140 different categories. And we went over the article content. So I'm pretty sure now you understand what happens with the override content and manipulation data. We did a direct post. We didn't do affiliate product this time, but I showed you that using the YouTube, and I showed you the repeat schedule. We showed you the YouTube, how you create something from YouTube and send it out to social media. And then lastly, we went over the calendar. So guys, we're getting ready to go into our last section now. We're almost done. Like I said, there's a lot more that I could show you with this software that we haven't even gotten to. But in the interest of time, we can't show you everything. But I hope what you're seeing right now, I say we got maybe about 15, 20 more minutes, we should be out of here. So I'm gonna try to push it a little faster so you can, because I really want you to really understand and see the value of Ascent Social. So listen, this is the import module. Now to me, this is the most important module to me. All right, to me, for what I do. This module gives you the ability to import images, text files, zip files. It also allows you to create articles from the article creator, all right, on the fly, or schedule it to post for later. These items are used to post to your articles and images to your social media sites and or your WordPress sites. So what are we really saying here? This is what we're saying. We're saying that you can import a text file or zip file. Now, a text file, it will be just a single post, but a zip file will consist of multiple text files that will zip that you can use to send out to social media or WordPress at the same time. Also, we have the article creator here. So you can put articles in from the article creator. And once again, you can post in multiple time zones. Remember that, guys. See, a lot of y'all really not seeing the value of that, that multiple time zones. There's a lot of marketers that market in different time zones. So this is a great way to reach those people at the time that you really want to reach them, not at some artificial time because you can't drill down that far. And so what happens here, all of this is sent what we call to our distribution engine. Our distribution engine, what it does is this. Depending on what you declared, you can either send it just to WordPress, or you can send it to just to social media, or you can say, you know what, I want to send something to social media, all right, that I want to send to let me correct this to make it a little clear. I have a post that I created that I'm sending to my blog, but I also want to send it out to social media, but I want the social media links to link back to that blog. Well, guys, you could do that. You know, that's called backlinks, right? So let's get started. Let's go through the last phase of this walkthrough of Ascent Social. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying. Listen, guys, if y'all seeing the value in this, all right, please let us know. So let me see if I could bring up that last, the last piece to this puzzle. I think that's under here. Okay, so here we are. So now we're getting ready to go do a walkthrough of the import. So I'm gonna click on the import over here. And guys, it's not really a whole lot to the import when you look at it from the surface. But once again, you see that we always start off, we have 1, 2, and 3. So listen, 1, 2, and you publish. Think about that. Now, this is the dashboard. So the dashboard, what you could do here, you could do WordPress and social media. You could do WordPress only and social media only. You can import to multiple WordPress sites, okay? And due to the fact that we're going to be doing import to multiple WordPress sites, we're going to leave this in multiple import. You also can pick a category from any of those WordPress sites. You can create an author. You can have a default URL. And I know by now you pretty much understand how this thing works here. I'm just going to put that there for the. I want to go to the Ascent Social test page. We had Twitter, LinkedIn, and we also have Pinterest. And I want to send this to say the Ascent Social board there. And we have Tumblr. Now, what we can also do two things if I wanted to. I can upload a default image if I wanted to, or I can use a zip file and bring in an image. I could do any one of those things. So what we're going to do here, let me see, quick post using creator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this post using the article creator. I just set it up, all right, and I'm not going to do an import right now. Okay, I'm going to use the article creator that y'all have come to love. So let's click over here to import, but I still needed to set this up because I didn't want this to be repetition. Now, even if I'm using the article creator, I can set it. Let me just do this. Let me just put a default image here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. If it's going to take us there. You know what, like I said, there's always those times that things are not going to pop up the way you want. So let me just find where my images are. Let me go here. Do desktop. Spare me 1 second. Where are you at, my friend? Here we go. So import images. Okay, so you don't want me. Okay, let me just go up one. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to find an image. You know, like I said, there's always something that's not going to work out the way you want it to work out. But you know what? The thing is that you never give up. You always stay focused. An image is an image, and you know what? He looks good enough for me. Okay, so now we brought that in. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to import image. I set this up. I want this to go to WordPress. I want this to go to the website and social media all at the same time. Okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pick a site that I want this to go to for right now for this particular. No, let's just move on. Let's go to the import. So I'm gonna tell it that I wanted. I'm gonna say leadership, and I'm gonna tell it that I want to go to the website, and this would be the website. It has nothing to do with social media at this point. I wanted to have 400 characters, and I'm only gonna do three articles. So now what's gonna happen is it's gonna create those articles. Oh, another thing too, let me show you this, and it tells you no website selected for any of those articles. Remember, I came in with no website selected. Well, I did that for a reason. But let me just show you this show you another thing too. If you notice, we have over 100. Listen, we got everything from health, technology, society, shopping, legal, recreation, home, business, health. So we have quite a few. Let's say 140 characters you can choose from. But you know, from here, let's say I don't want. Another thing too, what you do here is you can actually come in here too. Another thing, and if you don't want it to link right now, since we can set this up to link back to our website, we can. I can come up here and I can say, you know what, I want this to go to this particular website, and I can come down here and now I can pick a category for that particular website. All right, so for right now, I'm just going to pick anything right now. I'm just going to say article marketing. Hopefully I remember that. And also could pick an author. And I think you're starting to get the gist of how much manipulation that you can do with this particular software. And I'm going to say I did this. And I can also send this as a draft, pending, or whatever. I have that choice. I also could come in here and make any changes over here. And if I wanted to, I also could come here, and I'm not going to do it. And I can go here and I can also, let's see, format. Where is it at? I can edit. What I was looking for. Oh, here we go. I can insert an image if I wanted to inside here also, because this is a regular, GUI. What we're going to do here is I'm not going to worry about any of this other stuff. Well, I do have to pick a website. So I'm going to say Niche Maestro, and I'm not going to worry about the categories or anything like that, but I definitely don't want this image for this particular one. So I'm going to change that image. I'm just going to use this image. And we're going to come down one other to the last one. And I'm going to tell it that I want to go to, oh, what the heck, maybe I'll try this one. Listen, I haven't been using these sites in some while, in a long time. Let me see if I could pick a category on that site. Come on. Like I said, it all depends on your internet. It's loading. Maybe I don't need a character. Maybe that's taking too long. Maybe I don't need one. Okay, and let's say I want to change this picture. And we're just going to use that one for example. Now, guys, another thing too that I'm telling you too, that you can still, after the fact, you can come in here and see what's that link. If I don't want to link back to Niche Maestro, I can come in here and I can click on other and I can type in a link. So we listen, the reality is that we really try to think of everything. So you wouldn't have to think about these things. All right, so you know, I'm pretty much happy with what I have here. It's the stuff I'm linking back to it. So I think you get the gist of what's happening here. Only thing I have to do at this point is give it a title. I'm going to call this test. And then I click on publish. And that's going to go out to social media. And it's going to go to the WordPress. And a nice little GUI going to pop up. And it's going to show you all of this. And then from there, guys, I got one more thing I'm going to show you. And then we're going to work on closing this out. There's a lot more that I could show you with this. But I think at this point, you know, for those that's just looking at this webinar, you should know by now if this is a tool for you or not. Now, this is taking a little longer than usual, but like I said, we have no control over the internet and how it works. And that's why, you know, we felt that it was important to do a live webinar to show you this, all right? than a bunch of slides. But with that, you have to take in consideration that when you're working with the www, it is what it is. All right, a couple of things happened here. Okay, so it's told me that the this website right here, let's click on this. It should take us to that, and it's called Helpful Information. And there you go, Helpful Information. And we just sent that in. And then we have another one down here. Let's look at this one also. Okay, and that one, this is the other one right here. So let me see, let me do another refresh here. Okay, so let's go out to these social sites and let's take a look there and see if we saw anything here. I believe I believe I'm on the right one. But we'll find out in a second, won't we? Let me just do a refresh on these and see what comes up. You see, that's what happens, guys, when I'm using multiple sites, and every now and then, sometimes you have the tendency you get a little mixed up between the sites that you're actually using. So you see, this is the one that came out. This just came out. This was the WordPress image. Pinterest. I think I told Pinterest I wanted to go to social media board. Look at this one, 5.6K monthly views. Hey, I'm glad that's me. All right, and there you go. Oh, another thing too, guys. Due to the fact that you're going to see 3 images here, because these all went out at the same time. Actually, remember, I sent out 3 different posts. So let me just show you what I mean by that. So if I click on this, that's going to take me to where? This is the site that I associated that with, the Nucleus Zone. So now if I come to this one, let me go back, and I click on this one. This one is going to take me where? That's the one I set up. Remember I typed in Google? Remember that? And we go here, and let's go back. All right, and that's going to take me. Okay, so I believe that one, what I'm seeing here, if I go back and I look at here, for some reason that failed. Remember I told you that was a website that I wasn't sure about, and that's the reason why that happened. Because I just picked a website that I haven't used in a long time. So that's all that is. Okay, so let's click up here real fast. And let's take let me go here. Sent. Let's go to the test page. 3 minutes ago, here we go. Okay. So if you notice, we just sent these, 3 posts went out all at one time, okay? So this is one, all right? This is the other, I guess the image is still coming in, and this is the 3rd post right here. So let's come back over here, and we're gonna do one other thing here is I wanna show you, so let me clear all of this out. And this one, guys, due to the fact the time is limited, we're not actually gonna do the post, but I'm gonna show you how you can import a zip file and how that actually is gonna work and pull everything out and save you time. So let's say I come here and I don't feel like going through pulling this all up, but what I did was I created everything in a zip file. So I would come over here. Regardless, you still have to come over here. You still have to pick where you want to go. And guys, this one is not gonna go out, so because I wanna close this out. I'm just going to pick this so you can see what we do. It's no different than what I've done before. I'm just picking stuff. This is not going to go out. So the next thing I'm saying, I'm not going to, and I would say if I want to schedule this, I could schedule it, but I'm not going to schedule it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the import now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a zip file. All right, what this is going to contain all my information. Remember, Ascend Social is really, guys, it's about saving you time. So now, this is the demo platform. So let me come over here and let me get an article that I created for the demo platform. Here we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put over a zip file. I'm just gonna do this real fast and show you. This is a zip file, and listen, this stuff is not hard. Okay, Only thing I have is a title. I have the WordPress site that I want to go to. And if I want a different redirect than with the WordPress website, I will type that URL here. And then this is where my image is coming from. And then I have my body text. So that's all it is. That's all those zip files contain of. But look what happens when you use a zip file and you bring it into Ascent Social. So let me come back here. Let me grab that zip file. Now watch this, guys. Everything is inside the zip file. I really don't have to do anything. So the thing is that if you set your stuff up in a text file and you import it in Ascent Social, then all you have to do is tell you where it wants to go. And then everything else is basically taken care of for you. And you're about to see that in a minute. And like I said, everything, once again, you will not see any branding from Ascent Social. Now, all that information was contained inside of that, that zip file that's coming in right now. All this was set up inside the zip file. And I still have the ability to come over here and do some last minute changes before I actually send it out. Okay, listen, I want to get out, close this out now. So let's get back over to the webinar so we can close this thing out. All right. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. And I realize that everybody's time is valuable. So let me go here. Okay, so now we're going to recap and then we're going to close this thing out. So what we covered the dashboard. We did a quick post using the article credit. I showed you how to import via text file or zip file, and the schedule. Well, I didn't actually go in the schedule, but the schedule is no different than the schedule from the post to social media. Only thing is that you're not repeating it. Is everything. So those are the difference between those two. But due to the limited time, I really don't have time to go into that. We showed you how to use the various configurations to post your articles to WordPress and social media, or both at the same time, and be able to control the redirect link to the post. I didn't show you the calendar, but you already saw the calendar. What I showed you earlier is no difference than you actually saw before. So now let me answer some questions that you might have or will have in the future. Yes, you can have multiple campaigns and a multiple niche. Yes, campaigns could run at the same time. Yes, you can pause campaigns at any time. We stopped one of our campaigns for this webinar because it was done. We had no need for any more traffic, so we just stopped it. And yes, you can send traffic to anywhere you want to. You in total control of where you want to send the traffic to. Now, think about what the value of Ascent Social is worth to you and your business based on the traffic that you can get, the time that you save. And Ascent Social is all about saving time, the business growth and the online success that you can achieve, and the brand and dominate the market over your other competitions. Guys, just think about it. A lot of people don't really realize it. I'm telling you, branding is important. All right? Branding is important. And let me show you some high value bonus that we have prepared for you. Now, this is a bonus that you're going to get to keep. And this is a free unlimited webinar system, a total free online meeting place for your webinar, conference, and teleseminars and more. It's no ads. You don't have to worry about you talking to your friends and you say ad pop up. It's ad free. This, if we put a value, we can easily put this at a value easily as $97 a month. That works out to $1,164 a year. If you join Ascent Social tonight and then you decide Ascent Social is not for you, you get to keep this. Now, we have a freight train worth of viable bonus heading your way in our upcoming sequence of release, but you'll never see them again. All right. And here's one, the Facebook group module. Now, I must say this. All right. I didn't show the group tonight because right now with this GD PR, Facebook at the moment is kind of closed the door on being able to access to groups. But I think they sent us a notice that they might be opening that soon. But as soon as that opens, you'll be grandfathered in and you'll be able to post to the Facebook groups. And that's a $200 value. Now, another thing too, we want to give you 4 additional WordPress licenses. So that gives you a total 5 WordPress sites that you can post in parallel if you choose to. Now, to succeed online, you must market your business. Now, imagine 5 times the results all at the same time. That's what we're offering you here. That has a value of $200. Now, how often do you, now listen, guys, what I'm about to tell you is the best thing tonight, all right? And this by itself is worth what we're going to be charging for Ascend Social and more. Think about this for a moment. How often is it when you buy a low cost or high cost product or service and then you get your own success code? Not a bunch of old training PDFs and videos, but actual live business pro helping you crack the code of online living. The reality is virtually never, except for what we have for you. Now, what we have for you is bonus number 4. You will benefit from Manny Kendall, a highly qualified and experienced business person, coach, and online marketer. Manny's primary passion is to help you succeed in your online business. To this end, Manny's helped you craft and implement your own unique success strategy. Now, Manny has the qualifications to be that success coach. All right. I'm just going to go through real quick some of her certifications. Certified Customer Value Optimization Specialist, Content Management Specialist, Content Acquisition Specialist, Analytics and Data Specialist, Search Marketing Specialist, Optimization and Testing Specialist, Social Media and Communication Specialist, Email Marketing Specialist, and Certified E-Commerce Marketing Specialist. And I can go on and on and on. All right. But the thing is, we understand is that Ascend Social is a tool, and everybody's business is a little different. That's what Mandy's going to step in. She's going to help you craft Ascend Social to use for your business or within your business. Now, the Ascend Social VIP coaching includes coaching support for private VIP Facebook group. Our VIP coach is there to answer your specific questions. And guys, we are there too. A timely response to your social media related issue, providing helpful tips to ascend your results, effective content creation and content marketing tips, and much, much more. And guys, this has a value of $20K a year. Now, I'm just going to say this. I used to be with Mike Fasane, I5 Gold. I've been with a lot of different coaching groups and coaches that I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Guys, this is a deal. And if you don't see that, then I don't know what else I can say. Now, you need to understand that this is a beta launch, Ascend Social, which means now is the time to join us. But keep in mind, we might have to do a little tweaking here and there. That's why you're going to get it at a great price. Because you know what? When you're in a beta launch, right, that's the time to get in. Because when the price goes up to $2,000, $3,000 a month, and which it can, who knows, all right, you'll be locked in at that low price that you will receive here today. All right, bonus number 5 is the analytic module. Now, the analytic module is not ready today, but that's why we have it said upcoming. But you'll be grandfathered. Guys, I'm just going to make this straight and say this. Anything that we do with Ascend Social, anybody that comes in tonight, all right, and we have a lot of great things on the table, you will automatically be grandfathered in. Now, everybody knows what analytics is. This module tracks the pulse of your business and marketing activity. That has a value of $400 a year. The Ascend Social Instagram module. Your Ascend Social module app allows you to post to your Ascend Social dashboard to your Instagram account while adhering to the Instagram terms of service. Guys, I'm just going to say this. Instagram does not like you to post from a dashboard directly to Instagram. One thing about Ascend Social, we strongly believe in terms of service. We don't want nobody's account to get banned because something that we did that was unlawful. So anything that we do in Ascend Social is going to abide by everybody's terms and service. Now, this, like I said, this is an upcoming bonus, all right? We've already been testing it, and it's working. In fact, this might be one of the first releases that we have coming out of the gate. And listen, everybody needs this audience retargeting module. All right, the Ascend Social Retargeting System Marketing is a breeze to set up and your retargeting code on your WordPress site, be it from Facebook, Purple Audience, AdRoll, or virtually any other retargeting platform. Retargeting is hot business, guys. If you're not using audience retargeting, you're surely missing out on the easy way to grow your business. One issue is setting up the retargeting, however, is that your retargeting platform generally requires that you insert a special bit of code called tracking code in the appropriate location on your web page. This is generally too technical a task for most users, resulting in potential business loss. Guys, This is going to solve that problem. This is a $200 value. Now, we've been talking about the Article Creator. You know all about it, so I'm not even going to go here. You have 140 characters. All right, so a lot of block is something of the past. That by itself is worth over 2.4K. Think about it. Go out and have an article written and see how much you're going to pay to have it written. Okay. So what is the value of Ascend Social to you? This fast, effortless, near zero cost traffic secret sauce that is Ascend Social is right now offered on our website at $7.97 a year. But of course, you know, Todd talked to us and, you know, we pulled some strings. And I'm telling you something, we're doing something with this group tonight that, you know, we've never done before. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if we're ever going to do it again because it's not really cost effective for us to do this. But, you know, Todd's been good to us, so we're doing this. But anyway, this is what you're going to pay tonight. You're not going to pay $100. You're not going to pay $200. We're going to take $200 off. You know, we're going to take $400 off. We're going to charge you only $397 yearly for Ascend Social. Now, guys, just think about that. All the stuff that you're getting, you get the auto posting, you get the post to social media, you get the import, the retargeting, all the other stuff that's going to be associated with this for only $397 a year. That is a steal. But this is what we're going to do. And this is what I'm talking about because Ty really pulled our leg and, you know, he said, guys, I really need you to do something special for my guys. And I said, Ty, I talked to my partner and, you know, we hit me in hard and we said, you know what, listen, we're going to go ahead and do this and we're going to go ahead and give them the bonuses and everything, but we're going to let them come in for $9.97. If Brad or somebody, if you could put the link out there so the people, if they're interested, if they want to, they can start purchasing Ascend Social. That would be good.
Yeah, the link's going out in the chat window. I'm just going to post it now.
Okay, thank you. So guys, this is
hopefully everyone can see the link. If you can see the link I've just posted, please type yes. Okay, brilliant.
Okay, so guys, this is the deal. Okay, you're gonna get all of this for $397 annually or $997 lifetime. That lifetime is you know what? We'll probably never do it again. I'm gonna just be totally honest with you. It's not cost effective. Brad, mute your mic, please. It's not cost effective, okay, for us to do this. But excuse me, Brad, are you muted? Thank you. It's not cost effective, so for us to do this, but we're doing this for Ty. So you're going to get everything you see tonight for $397 or $997. All right, so here's what you get. Let's just recap that. You're going to get bonus number one. That was the webinar system. You're going to get the Facebook group when that becomes available again. You're going to get the license. You're going to get the coaching. All right. You're going to get the analytics. You're going to get the Instagram module. You're going to get the retargeting module. You're going to get the article creator. All that has a value of over 30K. All right. And remember, you get to keep the first bonus if you continue with us. And today it's only going to, oh, you know what? See, listen, guys. See right there, $497. It just went up. No, I'm just joking with you. It could go up that fast. No, it's still $397. Okay, $397 and $997. See, that's kind of like Todd working for you. All right, y'all don't realize this, but you know what? I mean, hey, I would love to sell it to you for $497, but you know what? Todd pulling my leg, and he wants to get the best price for his people. I mean, and, you know, hey, so y'all getting it for $397. So don't mind that typo there. So let's look at this over again. So this is what you're getting. You're getting the auto post, what I went through. All right, that's using the WordPress site, posting to social media. You get to publish to social media. You'll be able to use the direct post, the import from WordPress, import from the article creator, and all different types of scheduling and all that. And then you have the import module. You'll be able to post to various time zones. And by posting to various time zones, you can schedule that stuff to go out to various time zones. And you also have the article creator there. You have the text file, the zip file. All right. And not count all the other things that we have that's coming aboard. All right. All these things are going to be available to you. So that's now if anybody have any questions or anything like that, they can feel free to ask any questions. Brad, were there any questions that you found during the webinar that you answered besides the new questions that might be coming aboard? Could you read them off to me?
Actually, I haven't seen any questions yet, guys. So if you have any questions, please just type it in the chat.
Guys, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything in reference to what this tool is going to do for you, please ask them now. Because this deal is not going to be around forever. Now, hopefully there'll be a replay. I can't say there's going to be a replay, but I can tell you one thing, that even if there is a replay, I can't guarantee, if these prices, if the $9.97 anyway, it's going to still be on the table. I mean, that might be taken off. I don't know. So nobody has any questions here. You mean I did that great a job tonight that nobody has a question?
Come on, guys, any questions? Now's your time. I know there was a lot of information to absorb, so I'm wondering if anything was a little bit, anything that you didn't understand, just ask us.
Well, let me just say this, guys. I'm just going to recap, and then I'll say a couple of things, and if nobody jumps in, nobody has any questions, then we'll go ahead and we'll end it. But the auto post, remember now, auto post is something that's going to allow you to have more control of your WordPress site. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if you have a brick and mortar, online business, whatever, you need a blog on your website. You need a way to communicate. You know what? You remember at the start what we said, what savvy marketers are doing. These are the things that we're showing you here tonight that savvy marketers are doing. Now, if you don't want to do what Ty and everybody else is doing, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to take your business to the next level, then join us with Ascent Social and let us show you how you can save money and save time. Think about it. You know what? If you continue to pay for AdWords and pay per click, each and every day, and that's working for you, well, that's great. But you know what? It will work even better if you did a combination of both of them. Why? Because what's going to happen? That tells the search engines that something's really happening over at your place, right? And then when you no longer can afford to do the pay per click, you already have your social marketing already set up, all right? You already got the search engines to your website. So when you look at this, every aspect, this is nothing but a win-win-win situation. Let's go about the import. There's so many things that we have on the table with the import, and actually all these different modules that we're going to be implementing. So I mean, I just don't want you to realize that, you missed out on something really special today if you didn't jump aboard.
While you're talking about the import, I just want to jump in and just clarify what the import does. Import allows you to import a series of text files that you want to publish to your WordPress blog. So Ascent Social allows you to set up a schedule to publish a new piece of content, right, at whatever interval you specify. It might be every day, or every couple of days, whatever you like. You might want to post a new piece of content. Now, Ascent Social will automatically post that article to your blog, the selected blog, could be any of the blogs you've got linked, okay? And it'll automatically post the article for you to your blog, including the featured image. It'll then automatically publish a snippet of those articles out to multiple social media sites, driving targeted traffic back to the newly created article on your website. This is a very unique feature that you won't find anywhere else. And that alone is worth what we're charging, I think, for Ascent Social. That's just one of the powerful features of Ascent Social.
And I see here now that quite a few of you have come aboard to join us. And guys, listen, I'm gonna be sending y'all a very special email. And I'm not gonna talk about that here, but I want to appreciate that those that took action and decided to join us, to join the family. I can't wait to show you the things that I wasn't able to show you tonight. So for those that still sitting on the fence, you should judge those that decide to take action and join the Ascent Social family. Uh, Opportunities don't always come around, and this is an opportunity right now when we're looking at Ascent Social. When you look at the price point, because you know what, in fact, because you know what, I didn't even figure out what that actually works out to per month. If you listen, guys, if you look at this from a monthly basis, that $397 is only $33 a month. Can you imagine having all of this for $33 a month, but you have to pay annually? That's out of this world. But hey, the choice is yours. I mean, do what you must. If you decide that that this is not something that's right for you, I can't understand why, but we do what we do. But I'm telling you, you're gonna get all these bonuses. You're gonna get the retargeting bonus module. And let me tell you about that, the retargeting module. So you know what? You're having with us the retargeting module. You have all this great information coming to your various Facebook pages. You send out all your social posts and all that. All right. Well, with the retargeting module, all right, it's going to gather anybody that came to your page. So now you can start using the Facebook ads to retarget those people that came to your website because you use Ascent Social to get the message out. All right, but at that time, they really didn't make a decision to convert. So we used the retargeting to come back and say, hey guys, I see that you visited the our website, and we want to make a very special deal for you because you know what, we know that this will be a great tool for you. So.
And the analytics, which is hasn't been released yet, that is going to allow you to see in real time what is actually working for you. So if you're publishing content to multiple social media channels, you'll be able to see exactly which content is actually driving the traffic back to your site, so you can do more of what's working.
Brad, 2 more people just came aboard. Great. So guys, we're trying to hang around here, hoping that we get some questions, but we can't keep this open forever. So in a couple more minutes, we're going to have to close it out. It is now, if we look at the time, we started at 2 is now an hour and almost 40 minutes that we been on this call. So didn't want it to go this long, but we had a lot of information to cover. So what y'all gonna do, guys? We're looking forward to seeing you inside.
I'm kind of surprised there weren't any questions, guys. You sure you got no questions for us?
Okay, so listen, evidently there's not going to be any questions at this point in time, and we tried to answer questions that we thought that you might need. So we're going to go ahead and close this out because we don't want this to go
wait a minute. I do see a question here. Is the training already available? Yes, the training is available now, guys. So Mandy is your coach who's going to help you to achieve success, not only in your business, but using Ascent Social. If you have any questions about using Ascent Social, we do have tutorial videos, of course, but Mandy's there to help you to show you how to use Ascent Social to actually grow your business. I have another question here. How quickly can I get up and running posting to my social media sites? Okay, so when you actually create your account,
that's up to you. That's up to you. Yeah. All right, that's the best way to answer. That's up to you. If you're proactive, and you want to be up today, that's up to you. Okay. Now there is I'm not gonna there's a little bit of configuring, but you know what? We're here to make sure that you get up and running as fast as possible. So that's up to you.
There's one-time bit of configuring to begin with, which allows you to set up your branding, your logo, or your image, whatever it happens to be. You need to set your own branding up because you're not using our branding, okay? So when you post to your social media sites, it's using your branding. So of course, that's got to be set up to begin with.
And that's why we need your help to do that, or you need our help to do that, or you can do that yourself.
Maybe not. We've got tutorial videos that walks you through it. Very short videos, 5 minutes to 10 minutes for each of the social media sites, and that's it.
And guys, I don't know if you really realize that the majority of the stuff I was doing is just going to be repetitious. It's really not hard. That's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. You're done. Okay, it's very simple. All right, we want to make this thing as that somebody that's in the 3rd grade can operate. Okay, so So, any more questions, Brad? Was that the last question?
That's the two. I hadn't scrolled down earlier on. That's why I didn't see this question. So I'm sorry it took a little while.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Listen, I want to thank you for your time. We're going to go ahead and close this out now. And I hope to see y'all on the inside. If and for those that came aboard, like I said, you know, how fast can you be up and running? That's totally up to you. Everything you need is right there, and we're here to assist you and make this happen. So, with any further ado, I'd like to sign off. Me and my partner, Brad Lindsay, we're happy that you took the time to show up and listen to what we had to offer, and we hope that we can help you in your business. Thank you and good night.
Thanks, guys. Bud, you going to close this out?
I don't. You close it, Brad.
Let me just figure that out for a second.
All right, maybe we shouldn't be talking then.
I've just stopped the recording.
Okay, so recording is good. So then if you stop the recording, I think all we got to do